Hello, my name's Slow Ninja, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to continue our Football Manager 2020 and our Ipswich Town Let's Play. So, yeah, it's been a very interesting month. But first of all, we are playing against Newcastle today. That's the final game of January. But yeah, it's been quite a weird month actually. We've been, I say we've been doing okay. We haven't been doing the best. I mean, we've got game in hand over everyone, but if we just take a quick look at our fixtures, with a very fantastic start to the whatever the year of January or month, whatever you want to call it, and but the last two games we have been quite disappointing. I mean, at this Tottenham game when we lost 3-1, we were pretty much dominating that whole entire game, so I have no idea how we lost. But let's just dive straight in. Let's not do that. Let's just do the transfers, and we've been quite busy with the transfers. So we look at who we've sold. So the big ones is probably Emya Holmes. He wasn't really featuring. His contract was expiring, so I thought, yeah, he was one of those players which I didn't really want to get him to leave, but if he did, somebody did put in a good bid enough for him, I would have sold him, and of course they came in putting a good enough bid, and yeah, got a 2.1 million. And another selling was a youngster, Tari Simpson. I remember him in the first season, probably me bragging a bit too much about him, but yeah, he's never doesn't have that potential, unfortunately. I thought me playing him, he would have a lot of potential, and probably the final. We let Fran go out on loan. His contract's expiring at the end of the season, so yeah, he'll probably leave at the end of the season. And another one was Sack Swanson, the youth academy who they brought in. Never played a game, so got a little bit of money. But the big transfer target is Erling Haaland. That's right. Somehow we managed to sign for only £11.25 million, and he hasn't had the best of starts, unfortunately. But when give the Jonas Wind, and well, fortunately, before talking about Jonas Wind, we could also be signing. Edwards is also leaving, going to LA Galaxy, but Michael Joan Lima or Lemma, another young player from Austria, looks very decent. Can play either wing, which I like. And for 15 million, I think that's not too bad for him. But yeah, unfortunately, Jonas Wind got injured for 3 to 5 weeks, and he's had such a great season for us. So hopefully, since he's out injured, when hopefully, you fit enough 45 minutes, you can probably go on the subs bench. But yeah, it's time for Hagland to step up and try and take a hold of that leading striker role for us. So let's now dive into the game, starting off with a lovely 2-0 win at home against West Ham. And Jonas Wind can seem to play really well when it's not a live game, but when it's a live game, he's absolutely terrible. It's a nice header. They had a red card quite early on, and we absolutely struggled trying to break them down. And also a lovely close finish there, making it 2-0 against West Ham. And when after that was another 2-0 home win against Swansea, Brooks and Wind. So if we just dive into these goals, yeah, that was some of these games. They're a lot more harder than what they seem. This is Andre Russell needs to get into the England team. I could probably rave as much as I want, but I know it will never happen. But yeah, it's a nice 2-0 win over Swansea, and I thought We've got Arsenal next, and when somehow we only got a 1-1 draw, and we could have won it right at the very end, but unfortunately luck was not on our side. Kind of a weird goal. Poor goalkeeper, and when Wind just tapped it in. Unfortunately, Henderson was just beaten far too easily at his near post. And when at that, we got probably, I say, one of our toughest game off the mountain for Rooney. A 3-2 win away against Brighton. I mean, coming, we're going 1-0 up, and I believe we went 2-1 down to put it back. But it started off fantastically with Ojo with a header. He's really got into his stride for the club, which I like to see. Yeah, we conceded straight after half-time. As you can see, up here they did score 2 goals, which were offside. So it proved Brighton were a threat. It's just too simple. Just too simple for them. And when a few changes, and when what was that Wind? I forget. And when how he was onside, I do not know. But yes, well, it's a lovely 2-1, 3-2 win. Sorry, and when I went up too much, we had a penalty. Was it early on? Straight after the second half started, then we missed it. And when against Tottenham, unfortunately, yeah, we lost 3-2 with a penalty, which I still argue wasn't a penalty. But that's VAR. You can't. Everything gets all cleared up, unfortunately. We were doing so well this whole entire game. We were hitting the post, and when they have to go and score a wonder goal like that, which makes it 2-0. When he scores again, makes it 3-0. I'm going to slow coming back, but we did manage to score. Well, I thought quite a nice goal. Another fantastic goal from Ojo, who I'm not really too sure how many goals he scored for us actually. But as we now head into the Newcastle game, how many goals have you gotten for us? Beth Among-Us, 4 goals and 6 assists. That's pretty good, as well as Brooks, who's got 5 goals and 1 assist, so very good. But now it's time for, is it the Norwegian partnership? Yeah, it's the Norwegian partnership, so hopefully they can work their magic up front for us. Pretty much just the same team apart from Wind being injured. But yeah, pretty happy teams, and hopefully we can get vengeance over Newcastle after losing 2-0 horribly against them last time. A very good Newcastle team who actually, Newcastle and Bournemouth tried to offer me an interview, and I was like, nope. Bournemouth are on a relegation zone, and Newcastle are just hovering above the relegation zone, so I thought I'm going to say Ipswich and try and push for Europe. So send the assistant. But hopefully we can get a good result here and really push back into the European table. As we have fallen out just a little bit. I did Ojo went out. It's lovely ball to Hankler. Oh, great save there from Gunn. He was my Achilles heel last time in the last game against Newcastle. Just couldn't beat him. But can Hankler finally get his first goal for us at his new club? This is now Newcastle with a corner here. Easy for Henderson. to wide to Marcus Alonso. Oh, Kane Vincent-Young beaten too easily again. Beaten again. How did we not concede? But can we break? Oh, ref, but come on, ref. That was a silly foul. Nothing really exciting, unfortunately. So we could probably go a little bit more attacker. Oh, great. Oh, lovely goal there from Kane Vincent-Young. Out of nowhere, the rocket. So when Vincent-Young can hit it, he can hit it. This is proven throughout the years at the club. But lovely bird term there from Brooks as well, I must be honest. Someone bang. Nowhere was Angus gone safe from that. Can Brooks survive to half time? That is the question. Pushing out too wide. Wilson on the run. Oh, we were saved there. We were saved by the whistle. Literally. I think Newcastle had somebody overlap them. Or I mean, they could have been one-on-one with the keeper. Must be advised Newcastle. Who else knows in that shoes? The manager. I'll probably be fuming with the ref, but that's football for you. Just all about dominating. Or can we dominate? That's the key question. It's Newcastle game. Yeah, Vincent-Young could have headed it down, really. Oh no, it's one-on-one. Oh, too easy. Poor defender there from Matthew Clark. After, I say, quite a good start for us. It's been kind of a bit disappointing, really. And I do feel like I need to get maybe a better centre back to line up with Thompson. Okay, I need to take off Brooks. Just hasn't been performing. Let's just go to 2 up front. I must admit, this is what I've been doing quite a bit recently in the final half of the game. Bringing on 2 strikers. Did I change his role? Let's go demand more and also ferry attacker. We need it. It doesn't look like we're going to get the second goal. Unless we can do something here. Oh, if only that would have gone in. But a disappointing 1-1 draw here against Newcastle. Going to be shouty once again. Very disappointing. That puts us 8th place in the league. Yeah, we need to win that game. We've lost so many points already in our last 3 games. Games we should have been fighting for, really. But yeah, it's just very quite annoying, really. But that's football. But anyway, I think the next game will be a nice juicy game against first place of Manchester United. So if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a like. Any comments would be appreciated. And until the Manchester United game, see you later.